Today we are making my Lofthouse Cookie Bars. These adorable little gems are inspired by these that we all grew up eating, that you see at the grocery store, that were at every potluck and party that you ever went to as a child. And I've made them a little bit healthier, and I think a lot more delicious, and in bar form. So I'm gonna show you how to make them. Before we get started making the base, I've preheated my oven to 350. I'm gonna really quickly prepare my little baking pan. It's a 9x9. You could do 8x8, either one works. We're gonna just spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. This is my favorite way to load up my baking pan. Cut some parchment paper, just so it fits a little bit better into my pan. And what I do is I lay down one first. I'm gonna spray one more time. This is the glue. We'll spritz, and then put this down. So this is gonna make it super easy to get your cookie bar out of the pan. You don't have to pry it out. And we're gonna get started on the base of our cookie bars. Now, let's talk about these little guys that we all grew up eating, because they're just unique in the sense that they're so simple, but when you open them up, like, is it a cookie or is it a little tiny cake? I don't know. It's got this cake-like texture to it, and that is the inspiration for the bar base. So when you go to bake it, you're gonna see it's kind of cakey. We're gonna start off with our base. With the dry ingredients, we've got 3 cups of almond flour. And then we have 1 cup of tapioca. Just gonna make it a little bit fluffier. Next up, a little bit of salt, half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna do both baking powder and baking soda, so we get that kind of cakey-like texture. We're gonna do half a teaspoon baking powder, and then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So we're just gonna kind of whisk this up, get out any large clumps, and get this into where it's well combined. And this is a great one to get the kiddos in the kitchen with you because it is super simple to make. All right, so once we have the dry ingredients in there, we're gonna get some of our wet ingredients in there. We're gonna do some butter. If you wanna keep this dairy-free, you could use vegan butter here, or if you wanna keep it the base paleo, you could use some ghee as well. Melted butter, going right into there. We're gonna do some maple syrup. Why is it so hard to open? All right, half a cup. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then half a teaspoon of almond extract. This gives it the perfect flavor that tastes pretty darn close to the grocery store. And last but not least, an egg. All right, that is all of our goodies to make the base of our cake. And we're just gonna stir this until it's all combined. We keep it simple and easy and just mix it all in a bowl, and I promise you it turns out great. So if you are someone who likes simple baking recipes, this is for you. So you can kind of see that this cake or cookie base mixture is pretty sticky. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of a wet, sticky dough. And we are going to take our prepared baking pan and just plop it in there. Then we're gonna wanna spread it out so that it's all in an even layer. We have the base of our cookie bars. This is going in the oven for 20 to 22 minutes at 350. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is we're gonna make our frosting while that's baking. Very simple. We're gonna use the last 2 tablespoons of that stick of butter that we had. Again, you could go vegan butter because this is very easy to make dairy-free if that is something that you need / want. I've also have, speaking of dairy-free cream cheese. You could use regular cream cheese if you prefer as well. But I love this for baking and making a cream cheese frosting. I am gonna just use half of this. So it's about, I think this is a whole 8 ounce, so 4 ounces of cream cheese. And preferably, these should be room temperatures just so they blend a lot better. I have forgotten to set these things out while making this icing before, and I just popped it in the microwave for like 10-15 seconds, and life was good. We just need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we're gonna blend this up. So I'm just gonna whip up those ingredients until they're well combined. We're gonna do a full 2 cups of powdered sugar because it's frosting. Let's see if I can do 2 things at once. Okay, so here's the fun part. Let's make it pink. You could obviously, this is frosting. You could have a white cookie, but don't because they're supposed to be pink. So I'm gonna do just like a little touch to get that baby pink. That's it. Truly, the food gel is like really strong and it's electric. All right, I think I might officially need a rubber spatula. We're just gonna make sure we scrape down those sides and get this well mixed, well combined. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. This is the most difficult part of the recipe, waiting for the base to cool before you frost it. And trust me, I've done it where I didn't wait long enough. It wasn't cute. It was like the frosting just kind of drooled over. It still tasted great. But like if you want cute cookie bars, just take my word for it. Just really make sure the base is cool. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and we are going to finish our cookie bars, let them cool, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna frost the cookie bars and then we can eat them. So, that'll do. Okay. Again, the hardest part. Now we wait. I'm gonna let it cool in the pan for just like 5 minutes and then we're gonna loft it out. We're gonna loft the Lofthouse cookie bars out of here and then put it on the wire rack. All right, lofting, resting, cooling, then we wait. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. And we're gonna do the fun part. We're gonna frost it and sprinkle it. Do all the cute things to this little cookie bar base. In this kitchen, there's no tricks. You just put the frosting on and you just spread it out. The only trick is wait till it's cooled. And this is something that your kids could do and they could totally do a sloppy job, but guess what? It's still gonna taste good. Okay, let's put on the fun stuff, sprinkles. But like you don't want too many sprinkles. Just a nice touch. I mean, this just looks fun to eat. Another point that you're not gonna like, and I'm really sorry, but if you wait a minute to let this like icing kind of harden on there, when you carve into them, they're gonna be more perfect squares. If you cut into it right now, that might kind of gloop over the sides a little bit, which is okay. Again, this is an imperfect baking kitchen. I have waited as long as I possibly can, and we're gonna carve into this. I'm gonna do 4 little rows. So I'm just trying to be as strategic as possible. I mean, are these not adorable or what? The moment we've all been waiting for. We've waited so long to let everything cool. Is it a cookie? Is it a cake? I don't know, but I don't care because it's delicious. What do we think? Color match? Pretty darn close. I mean, look how cute those are. Any birthday party is gonna be so happy when they see these. They're like little bars of joy. And for quality control, I'm gonna taste. Which one do I wanna taste? I put all the centers in there. So I guess I'm gonna eat an end. That's okay though, because it's still fluffy and cakey, but like cookie-like as well. In fact, I think this is one of my greatest baking adventures. I think I nailed it. And this is the real deal. Better than the ones that I tried earlier. You can find these delicious Lofthouse cookie bars and other easy baking recipes on thedefineddish.com. We're gonna link this recipe below. Like a Star Trek person. Meow, meow. Wait.